Right, I wanted to show you how I'd got my XRGB Mini wired up. Obviously this is equipment from Japan, so there's two things to be aware of. One, the power supply, and two, the fact that it expects to get Scart signal or RGB Scart signal in the Japanese format rather than in the European format. So let's cover off the power first. Now, I found a good solution to this. My initial thought was I was going to have a transformer, a step-down transformer, and use the power supply that comes with the Mini. But let me just take you over here. I've actually pulled this out from the back of the TV and just plugged it into the wall so you can see. As you can see, I didn't think that this was a very good idea. As you can see, I've got a step-up transformer there, step-down transformer there, and then the Mini's power supply on top of that. Now this does work, so if anybody thinks this is the best way that they want to go, then that's cool, it does work and it's absolutely fine. But yeah, it's a bit bulky sticking out the wall, and it looks a bit precarious. So what I did instead was I had a hunt round once I knew the voltage and amperage of the power the Mini required, and I found this. This is a 5-volt DC power supply from Maplin, of all places. It doesn't cost very much, and it comes with some power tips. So let me just show you the voltage there. So right way up. So there we go. So that does everything from 100 to 240 volts, 60, 50 hertz input, and puts out 5 volts with 2,250 milliamps. So 2.5 amps. So that should be perfectly fine for the Mini. The other cool thing about it is it's got an adjustable tip. So let me just show you that. So I'll just take this tip out. Just take this tip out if I can. So the tips look like this. They have a prong there like that, and then obviously you get loads of different tips. Now the tips that come with this power supply don't work with the Mini. I had to buy an extra one, and let me just read off what it is. It's a 4mm by 1.7mm tip. Now I'm just going to try and show you that there. Okay, so that works perfectly. Plug that into the power supply, and that works great. And I'm actually using that to power my Mini. Now, the other thing I wanted to show you was the way I've got the cables, the input cable set up. So my Mini's here, and if I just scan over and zoom out a bit, you can see that I've got my consoles on a shelf here, and there they all are, and most of them are connected up with Scart, and that's a Keen Scart switcher, which is really good. And what I've done is I've left everything plugged in as it was, and then instead of having the Scart cable plugged into the back of my TV, I've connected it to a load of adapter cables. So let me just show you where we are. So this is the end of the Scart cable that comes. There's the output from the Keen Scart switcher. It goes into a Euro Scart to Japanese Scart converter. And then from there it goes into the cable that comes with the XRGB Mini and into the Mini DIN connector. And I did have a problem with the cables, and I just kind of took them apart and poked them around a bit. I wasn't getting any green signal, and that's sorted out now. So yeah, so that's how I've got it. That's how I've got everything connected. Let me just plug this into the. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. Let me just plug this into the Mini. Hang on 1 second. Okay, so yeah, now I've got it all plugged in now, and as you can see, the cable comes out the front of the Mini. As you can see, the power light's on, out the front of the Mini, through the horrible Scart chain, and then that'll be tucked behind, and then it'll go over to my Keen switch there. So I'm just going to start it up if I can find the remote and show you what Sonic looks like on the thing. So there is going to be some mass reflection on this. I'll try and stand in a way. So there's Sonic, and I've got it set currently in Meister mode, putting at 720p 60, and it looks quite nice. It's difficult to tell from the video, but it's definitely a massive improvement from what I'm used to with just having the Scart in. From what I've read, it takes a bit of tweaking around to get all the settings right with the Mini, but I'm really pleased with it, and it's definitely been worth the hassle of getting it all wired up and shipped from Japan. Anyway, hope that helps, and thanks for watching.